This has become pretty much an annual tradition for us out here at spring training. It's something that I look forward to greatly. Woods, I know you and Paul feel the same because it's a chance for us to sit down face-to-face with Manny Machado of the San Diego Padres. Manny, it is great to have you back on the show. You're looking fantastic, and I'm sure you're excited to get another season started here.
For sure. Appreciate it, guys.
So are you playing today, by the way?
Yeah.
You going to be out there? Nice.
I'm
All right.
in there game one.
Game
100%.
1? I saw Nelly said he was going to be in as well, so it's going to be a pretty good lineup for the first day against the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, we got a squad going. Bogey, me, Soto, Nelly, Crony, Kim. Well, I don't think Crony's in there today. Kim.
Yeah, Crony said he's in there tomorrow, but yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty special.
All the WBC guys, because you guys are leaving pretty soon, and you want to get some time together before you all split up for your WBC team.
Yeah, we got to kind of get ready for that classic. I think that's a pretty special moment, and we got to get some at bats before we go. We can't look bad, you know.
Well, Adam Jones isn't playing, so that has to make you happy.
A little bit, but don't say it too much. Don't say it too much.
He's our boy. He comes on once a week with us. He's obviously a huge fan of yours, but that play, nobody will ever forget. But man, I think the thing that I love the most about the WBC is, you watch, maybe like the baseball all-star game's different. Guys play really hard. Guys are still throwing smoke. Basketball, not so much. Football, not so much. The WBC is like a next level. So how do you focus on that and also kind of make sure that you're getting everything you need to get done for the season, or is it kind of the same thing?
I think it's pretty much the same thing. I think the only thing that changes is just the intensities of the games.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going there and you're playing 9 innings right away. You're playing for a country, so you have a whole country on your back. But I think just the intensity is the only thing that's kind of like changes. I think the workload is still the same. You're kind of still getting that workload in, getting ready for a season at the end of the day. Playing it safe, obviously. You don't want to, harm yourself or get hurt or anything bad happen. But I think it's just an amazing feeling. I mean, I think representing your country, it's one of the biggest honors that you can have.
Do you think it could actually be beneficial for you, with the intensity being so early? Because look, spring training games, you're going to go in today, you're going to get a couple ABs, and you're going to pack your bag and walk back to the clubhouse. This one's a little different. Now, when opening day hits, you'll have already been through some, pretty high-intensity ABs. You think it'll help you get even more locked in?
Yeah, it definitely does help. It helps big time. I think the worst part about it is you go there, you play sold-out games, and you come back here to Peoria, and there's only 2,000 fans in the stands. It's a little different. I think that's it shocks you a little bit, but it definitely locks you in and gets you ready. I think it gets you ready for the postseason, hearing the intensity, hearing the fans, but I mean, in Petco Park, I think we had it all year last year for the last 2 months of the season. We had it in the postseason. We're going to have it for opening day. We're going to have it for 80 games that we're going to be playing at home this year. I think, it's going to be, I think the closest stadium is going to get to that. I don't think there is any. So it's going to be fun at Petco Park this year.
Sitting here with Manny Machado, and Woods reminded us when Nelson Cruz sat down just a few minutes ago that you were sitting right there when you expressed your admiration for his longevity and a desire to hopefully play with him at some point. And now he's here. What does it mean to have him in this clubhouse and as your GM for the World Baseball
crazy,
Classic?
Huh?
As well?
Was that a Manny request? Was that a Manny request
to get Nelly? Maybe, yeah, get Nelly here. But for the GM, I don't know. That's on him. But it's crazy, man. It's I think learning from him after my first knee surgery. He came into Baltimore, and he kind of took me and Scopey under the wing, and that was the first time that I kind of like learned my body, learned how to like become a man, become a baseball player. How are you gonna withstand a full season? And because obviously I didn't. I got hurt. 6 games left into the season my first year, so I learned how to, he took me under the wing, hey, come on, let's go. We're going to work out every single day. And we will work out every single day. We would do everything together. That kind of made me the player who I am today. So to have him back on the team, I know what impact he does, to other players, what impact he does to me. And it's going to be special to have him around. And, I mean, you guys saw him. You saw how good he looks at 42 years old. God damn,
he looks amazing.
It's unbelievable. That's why I'm trying to play till I'm 42. That's the inspiration right there.
100%. Talking to Manny Machado here on Ben and Woods this morning, and I don't know how much you lament the fact that the time that you missed last year with the ankle. I don't know, man. I still when you came back, I still think you kind of got jobbed for the MVP. We haven't talked to you since the voting and stuff went down. An MVP is a big deal. It's a very, very big deal, and to be in the top 3 is certainly an honor. But I don't know. I mean, how does it feel for you when you hear that you didn't win it?
I mean, obviously it's devastating, and it's not. You always want to win the MVP. I haven't won one, so this is the closest I've ever been. Ultimately it's about the team, man. I think we got deep into that postseason run, and I think that was important for us, important for the organization, important for the fans, and I think that I value that more. Obviously, I want that trophy.
Sure.
Don't take that for granted. Of course, I want to put that up in my house. But yeah, going back to that ankle injury, I think not many people know, but that was a 6 to 8 week thing. I think it was a pretty bad. It was a grade 3 sprain. It was a really bad ankle sprain. I should have been out for 6 to 8 weeks, and the team couldn't allow that. Like, I just couldn't be out for 6 to 8 weeks. We already were down Toddy.
Yep.
It's in the middle of June. Like, all these games were important to us, and you could see it at the end of the season. Like, it came down to 1 or 2 games. So, for me, it was like, hey, like, I don't care about my stats. I want to make the postseason run, like, even if I'm at 50%, I want to be on that field. And I was out there limping for a whole year, for like half the year. For that whole month that I came back, my numbers took a hit.
Yep.
I was at 360. I dropped 100 points. My average went down, my homers went down, my strike rates went up. I just couldn't land on that foot. I was playing literally on 1 foot, and I didn't care. I took a hit for the MVP. I knew I could have sat down. Hey, I'm going to go on the DL.
Yeah. No, we've said it before. If you had sat for 3 weeks or a month, you would have won the MVP.
Oh,
yeah.
You probably would have won it going away.
My numbers would have stayed there, and selfishly, yeah, I would have loved that. But I don't think the team, we wouldn't have been, and the city wouldn't have been where we were at today, because of that situation. I'm not saying it was all because of me or anything, but I just couldn't do it for the team. I had to go out there and perform and try to win some games, even if I wasn't, and we did. If I could make one play that would make a difference in the game, I did it. Or if it was one at bat or one walk that I had to take to put the pressure on the pitcher to make an at bat for the next guy to step up, and people did that, and we stepped up and we carried each other, and it was all about the team, and and obviously it took a hit on my MVP status, and I didn't care at that point. It was about making the postseason run, and I think I'll never forget that moment where we beat the Dodgers and we moved on to the next series, and we fell short to the Phillies, and I think that was the most important part.
What did you learn about yourself? And what did you learn about this team? I mean, the Phillies were good. They really were. We kind of ran into a buzzsaw a little bit, just like the Dodgers did when they ran into you guys. I mean, what did you learn about this team? What they're made of and what they're capable of.
I think that was a big part of beating the Dodgers there. I mean, they've defeated us for years. I mean, even before I was here. So, I think we've always had the team. We just couldn't get over that hump, and finally last year we did that. And I think it's going to be a little bit different. We know they're a good team, and we still got to go past them and do it. But we're we got excuse me, a lot of new faces here. So. But I think getting over that hump and getting into that postseason helped us out big time with the confidence. Just knowing that we can get there, we can get past this, we can get to where we really want to get to, as long as we just stick together as a team and continue doing the right things.
Manny, I know this isn't your favorite part of the job, but you said you're going to opt out at the end of this season, and on the record, we both said it's a smart decision, and you have a responsibility to your fellow baseball players as well with the market as it is, to do that. But there are some fans out there who are going to, they're going to maybe misread it or not understand. I want to give you just the opportunity here, in your own words, to Padres fans listening back home in San Diego, to kind of explain your thinking and what this process is going to be like for you this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a hard decision for me and my family, but it's not about myself or about anything. Some people might say, oh, he just wants the money. No, I mean, we love San Diego. We have a home there. We love this organization. We love the way I've been moving around here and going in the right direction. I think, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's business is business, and, I think it wouldn't be in my justice if I the market's changed in 5 years.
It really
in 1 year it's changed. I mean, you see it in life. You see it in the real world. Let's take away baseball, right?
Sure.
I mean, price of eggs is how much
things have changed.
Price of eggs goes up. Price of Manny Machado goes up.
It's not in that way, but it's just it's just life. Things change. A lot of things change, and ultimately, the market's changed, right? And you see the offers that are being offered out there, and I'll be 36 at the time that I my contract will be over, and I still have 4 or 5 more years. I want to play till I'm at least 42, like Nelly. At that point, it's about milestones. It's about maybe getting into the Hall of Fame, putting up those final numbers,
sure.
and and at the end of the day, we play for 20 years, and that's all we got, and then after that, we're 42 years old. We got a whole life. Like, what are we gonna do at that point? So, I think going back to the question is, what am I gonna do for a Merrill? My decision that I'm making today is not just impacting. Obviously, it's gonna impact myself, but it's going to be a big impact on Merrill, on Salas, on these young kids that are coming up in this organization, or the young kids that are coming up all around the league. Like, this market is going to continue to go up. If I take a bad deal or someone takes a bad deal, then things go down and it trickles right back down. So I think we got to stand up for not just for ourselves, obviously, but for the guys coming up behind us, and stand up for this union that we have as baseball players, that we got to stick together and do what's right for everyone else, because it's not, obviously, yes, it's going to impact us tremendously and our families and the generations to come, but it's also about the players coming up throughout the league and the younger guys.
Well, we wanted you to know from Ben and Woods, obviously we want you to stay. We do have an extension here that you may be interested in, and we've worked this up. And we've all signed it. It's a best friends for life contract
Love
extension.
This.
So,
Okay. All right.
It just
Appreciate
assures that no matter if you stay or if you go.
We can get Dan on the phone if you want him to run through the legalese and anything. But yeah,
let me see. I mean, this is pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Pretty straightforward.
Just no matter what happens, we're all best friends for life.
Love that.
And we've got
Look.
ink to paper.
Signed.
And extension has been signed.
It's done.
Love
the
that.
extension has been officially signed on the Ben and Wood Show.
That.
Manny, thank you so much for stopping by. As always, great luck this season. We're looking for another fantastic, fun year with San Diego Padres baseball.
We wanted some breaking news on our show this week, and we just got it. Yeah. So, best friends for life.
You got it. Maybe some more to come. Who knows?
Maybe. I like that.
Thank you, man.